Hi internet people. So if you watch my channel at all regularly, typically Fangirl Freakouts go out on Thursday. And today is not a Thursday. But I went and saw Beauty and the Beast this weekend and I really wanted to do a review, and while I was talking to the people that I work with on NGE, they were like, oh hey, it would be cool if you did a video. So I was like, oh, I'll just do two. I want to do two. So I went to see Beauty and the Beast this weekend. I went on Friday night and drove all the way down to where my sister lives. So it was almost a 2-hour drive to go see it and then 2-hour back. But, oh my gosh, the movie was so good. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite Disney movies. It's my mom's absolute favorite, so I've seen it so many times. I sang along to that soundtrack for pretty much my entire childhood. I can mimic the voices, I do a ton. I was obsessed with the original soundtrack. And when I went to see this movie, I was like, oh, it'll probably be pretty good, da-da-da. Okay, it's way better than I was, like, even remotely anticipating. They changed some of the story, which actually made a lot more sense, and they added in songs and took out a few songs. Not a ton of songs. They took out the Broadway's Human Again and replaced it with a song, I think it's called In the Sun. That might be the wrong title, but they replaced it with a different song, which was really, really good. So the additions they made actually benefited the original plot. So they actually explained why no one remembers that there's a castle in the woods, why there was a prince. They make it so it does make a little bit more sense story-wise, why no one has gone to this castle before. Not only that, but they altered the Beast's character slightly. So he is older, one, because a lot of people, when they watch the original one, are like, wait, isn't he like a little kid? Why would he let her in the house anyway? So they do make him older. You see him older. He's not aging. They don't say, like, on his 21st birthday. It's just, like, a period of time is elapsing. So he's frozen at, like, one age, I think, based on what you see at the beginning and when he transforms at the end. There's gonna be mild spoilers, but, I mean, if you haven't seen the original movie, then you were already not going to know. And I'm assuming you went in watching the original, and then I'm just going to give away little tiny bits from other parts. But he is older. Then he was like taxing taxing his area, and he was like really, really greedy and sort of pompous. But his servants, Lumiere, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, all of whom were performed fabulously. Chip is adorable. Stanley Tucci was in this, and no one told me. That's one of the things no one told me. As a harpsichord, and he's hilarious and amazing because I love Stanley Tucci. And then, oh, my sister was super excited about the woman playing the wardrobe. Everyone was really, really talented, and I am spacing. I'm sorry. But there's like a love affair between Stanley Tucci's character and we're gonna cheat because I can't remember her name and I feel like a doofus. Between the harpsichord and the wardrobe. She's really famous too, so everyone watching this video is like, Catherine, why are you not prepared? Which is the thing that happens in these videos. I'm frequently not prepared. I just start filming and I'm like, oh, this is a great idea. I'm just gonna keep talking. It's fine. Where is she listed in here? Come on. Oh, Audrey McDonald. She's Madame Garderobe, and Stanley Tucci is Maestro Cadenza. Anyway, so they have like a love story. There's like that story, and then Lumiere and Plumette. And you find out so much more stuff. It was so good watching all the additions. And then Belle and the Beast characters go through a different story arc. So in the original movie, the Beast is illiterate. One, he is, because Belle teaches him how to read. And then he like grows as a character, but he's sort of like, he's not as defined really. But what they did is Belle is not only an inventor, she's like she makes like a washing machine. She's trying to teach girls to read in town, and that's why the town does not like her. Because she's trying to educate people, and that's not okay for them. So she's a more diverse character. She actually tricks her father into leaving the castle instead of just staying. And while she's there, she's actually trying to escape, kind of the whole beginning. She has a rope, there's all of this stuff. The Beast character also doesn't try to get her to love him initially. Like, his servants are like, go, do the thing, and he's like, fine. But he does lose his temper. She does wind up leaving. A lot of things do happen from the original. We then learn he's actually very well educated, and he doesn't just give Belle the library. He actually takes her to the library because he wants to prove to her that Romeo and Juliet is not that great as a play. And then he's like, oh, well, if you like it, then you can have it. Like, it's more of, it's not really like a, oh, I love you so much, have this. He's just kind of like, oh, well, if you like it. Because she, like, takes care of him because he's actually sick for a while after the wolf attack. And then what happens is beyond that, the two of them are sort of like learning that they have similarities. So it's not just like he's a guy in a castle and she's a girl from the village. Like they both felt ostracized for a long time, and they're finding someone who sort of has similar interests. So they did actually make him more compatible with her instead of like, I kidnapped you and we're falling in love, which I really, really enjoyed. There's also an amazing scene where he winds up helping her learn what happened to her mother. They both don't have mothers because Disney. That's not a real critique. We just always know that the mothers in Disney are not long for this earth. And so she's never known why her mother is gone. She knows that she's died, but she doesn't know like what happened. And then the Beast has an enchanted book that the Enchantress left him, which is really, really cool, and I want one. And through that, he's able to show her, like, they go to her childhood home, which is really cool. So there's just more happening. I did not know, okay, the other thing I did not know was that Dan Stevens, who is Professor X's kid in Legion, if you're not watching Legion, then you don't really know, but he plays a mutant for an FX show that is connected to the X-Men universe. It's not like canonically involved with the movies. But beyond that, he's in Beauty and the Beast! He's the Beast! I literally like almost yelled in the theater because I was like, wait, he's a mutant and a Disney prince. Who did this? Who? How? And he can sing, because I've been singing along to his version of Evermore all day, and my dog does not appreciate it. He actually thought I was in danger at one point and is currently sitting right next to me to ensure that I'm not dying, which I don't know what that says about my singing voice. Although I kind of want to film me singing it and put it up on my channel. I used to do that. I'll think about it. But okay, so that was crazy. He was really good. There's a cute scene at the end where after he's transformed, she actually asks if he'd be willing to grow a beard, and he growls at her. So it sounds like, so it kind of looks like even though the spell reversed, there's still some like holdovers, like he growls, Lumira's hair catches on fire briefly. So that was really good. I enjoyed the movie. The visuals are amazing. The additions were great. I do have a minor critique. I do. Before the movie came out, they did announce that LeFou's character was going to be gay. Okay, sure. That's fine. It's great that you want to include representation in your movie. I applaud you for trying. The issue is that saying he was gay before the movie came out, I actually felt colored his character in a way that didn't need to happen. So this is a spoiler for LeFou's arc, so I'm sorry, you can turn this off if you want. But I am going to talk about it. So, the only time you really notice that LeFou is gay, really, there's no mention of it in the movie. There isn't. Not until the very end. What they do is have him perform Be Our Guest in a slightly effeminate manner, which to me does not equate to being gay. You can be effeminate and a straight man. You can be effeminate and be a non-binary person. You can be effeminate and be anybody in the whole planet. But it's just, he doesn't really, like, you can tell he has a crush on Gaston, but you could tell the cartoon LeFou had a crush on Gaston. There's no reason to hang out with that guy unless you have a crush on him. And he doesn't, like, tell Gaston he has a crush on him. He's just very, very nice to him. Which, okay, a lot of people who have crushes on people do that. But it's more, what bothered me more was that they made his performance, Josh Gad did a wonderful job. He has a nice voice, but they didn't need to make his performance in Gaston. That song has a real full name. I think. I'm losing my mind a little bit. Sorry. They didn't need to make his performance so effeminate. Like, it wasn't all of it. It was just little things. And I was like, really? Just have him be a person. Because at the end, you do officially, like, learn that he's gay. Because he winds up dancing with a guy at the ball at the end. Which is wonderful. And I liked that. I liked that moment. Because I was like, oh, now you can, like, officially know that he's gay. But I was like, you didn't need, like, coming out and saying it beforehand made me, like, bothered me a little, because it kind of felt like they were trying to beat Power Rangers to announcing that they'd included a queer character in their film. A little bit. But that bothered me because some of that is direction. I don't know if some of that was also, they were like, oh, you're playing a gay character, we'd like you to do this. Which, I appreciate them trying. It was not the best plan. Like, LeFou's arc is actually really good. They give him an arc. You can see that he really likes Gaston. When they go to attack the Beast Castle, one of his lines is actually about how there's a monster on the loose and he's looking at Gaston. And then at the fight in the castle, he does not want to help the people he helps Mrs. Potts. So he has like his own arc where he goes from like being a terrible person, because he's not a nice guy. He's not when he's with Gaston. He makes terrible decisions. He's being swayed a little, but still he's making bad decisions. But then he becomes a better person at the end of the movie. And I was like, that's great. Like, that's a good arc. That's a good arc for LeFou, because LeFou has never had an arc before. But I just didn't appreciate some of the choreography, some of the aspects that they added. Just because it seemed so stereotyped, and the rest of his behavior was not stereotypical behavior. He was just a dude. And so it just felt very oddly placed. Just saying. I am glad you're trying, Disney. I just need you to try a teeny bit harder. A little bit. Or a lot bit harder. Or that. Oh, the dog is standing. Look at the dog. Yeah, you can see him, pretty sure. Now he's scratching himself. But anyway, I did really, really enjoy the movie. I thought the music was wonderful. I'm planning on buying the soundtrack. I just really liked it. Everyone did a very good job. The performances were great. I really enjoyed it. It was a great way to relive my childhood by seeing something that was more evolved and a little bit more adult. So I really, really enjoyed it. If you saw Beauty and the Beast, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And let me know if you'd listen to me sing that song on this channel. It would not be posted on NGE. I would just post it here and then probably link it on my blog. Speaking of where you can find me, I am on Twitter at ClefNotes. My blog is clefnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com. I run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. And I post recipes on the iZombie support group site, iZombieSupportGroup.com. Bye, Internet people.